Hi, I'm Daniel and this is Ashville. Today is the first in a new format what we're bringing to you, which shows you the day-to-day running at Ashville. Straight away, this entire week is going to be a bit different as Terry is on paternity leave. Terry and his partner Fiona have been blessed with a lovely baby girl, Cora. But what this means is I'm completely on my own running everything. Let's see how I get on. Past 8, that's lunchtime. Look at Simon, the model employee. Look, the ram on the 8-ton digger has just gone. We buried a boss when he's short-staffed. We would never dream of using the quote to our advantage from the other company. What a shame. I've actually got my phone, I've got Terry's phone, and I've got the booking number. So the drivers are calling me, the clients are calling me, clients for the build firm are calling me, the boys on site building, they're actually calling me as well. And I'm speaking to all the suppliers all at the same time. So I'm sort of like a switchboard here going back and forth. Terry popped in to see me on Saturday afternoon, no, Sunday. Terry popped in to see me on Sunday just before he was going to collect his daughter because Terry drives this van and he wanted to drop it off to ensure that we've got it. But have a look at this. Straight away, this is the van that goes out on all the call outs if we got a puncture or anything like that. And the van that saves us when we have a puncture now has a puncture. So I've called the tyre fitter to get him in ASAP. He asked me to leave the locking wheel nut out. I'm gonna leave it on the dashboard. Hopefully he can come in and repair that. Let's go. This skip lorry is in the repair bay. Now, we had a few repairs to do to this, but as we were repairing this lorry, we had to replace a few spring bushes and stuff like that, and we had a few leaks. We had to change the seal. There's a seal on the PTO and it was leaking oil, so we had to change that. And we thought it was ready to go, but then we had a look at the anti-roll bar bushes on the back and we realized they were gone. But we worked that out on Friday about 4 o'clock. Jay?
Hello.
How are we doing? Not bad. Tell me. 8:15. That's lunchtime. What are running a holiday camp over there? What are you paying? What are you paying per load in there? What are we getting on a load? I am a Wally doing it for that. These are all the tyres that have been repaired. So the tyres were repaired in that area, and this is a mixture of rears, steers, and these are a mixture of new tyres and punctures that are all on rims and pumped up and ready to go. So we've moved them from that area to here. Now we need to get the forklift and put them up there because this is just awful. But we've been flat out in the yard, so the boys haven't had a chance. But as soon as they're done over there, we need to come up here and get those up there so we've got plenty of space. Coming to the skip area, I always like to make sure we have a certain amount of skips here, so when the lorries come in, if they need to change size. So that's good. We have 8-yard crane skips, we have normal 8-yard, and we have 12-yard skips all in place. Look at Simon, the model employee. Look, the man's on a crutch. He's still in. Look at him, full orange. How are we getting on with them trainers, Si?
When the ankle heals and I'm
saying Simon's in trainers because of the ankle, but look at that. Look at that. Full Ashville, orange, everything. Model employee. So we're constantly making concrete blocks. We've got plenty of concrete blocks made. There's a couple of walls I want to build. That's all good. This is a 50-ton silo and we have got 28.9 tons. So we can't actually take a delivery because the delivery of cement is 29, 30 tons. That's what they say. I'm not sure if it is that, but that's what it is. So we couldn't actually fit any more in here. So I need to monitor this cement. We've got 30 metre pour and a 20 metre pour today. So each time the lorry loads, it's around 4 tons of cement. So by the end of the day, I should need to order cement. So when I get upstairs, I'm probably going to order cement for tomorrow morning. We have a call coming in from Delta Membranes for a basement job we're doing at the moment. How are we getting on, Paul? Both these concrete lorries are loaded. I've had them loaded already. So when the drivers who drive these, they didn't have anything to do this morning, so I sent them out on tippers. So they're gonna do like 2 or 3 loads in the tippers, then they're gonna come back and these are already loaded for them. So they're gonna park the tippers up, probably put it on break, get in the kitchen, have their lunch. When they come out here, we're ready to go, both out the gate, no messing around, no loading, everything's already done. Just before I go up to the office, I just wanna go in the stores quickly. I just wanna check the levels of oil and grease. This bugs me. You open it, you take oil out of it. Why can't you just put the lid back on it? And then what happens with something like this, even small little bits of dirt, they're in here, you pump them out into one of these and then you pour it into the hydraulic system, you pour it in the engine. I mean, there are filters, but it just, something small like this can cause loads of damage. Here is the electric grease gun. Lovely. Hello. Hello. The ram What's wrong with it? All fun and games. The ram on the 8-ton digger has just gone. This is exactly what I don't need on a Monday morning. So this used to be a complete circle, but what's happened is it's snapped here, and then this thing has just pulled away and stretched itself. Now this used to be wrapped around this. The first thing I do in an instance like this, I'm going to be looking at it to see, have the boys been greasing it? And I can see that this is full of grease, and this grease is pretty new, so this is just wear and tear. It's just one of those things that happens. The problem is, I would want to cut it here and then weld a new piece on, but in order to, we can't do it here. We have to take it to someone who does this only. So we have to take off this entire ram, and then we're not going to be able to use this machine at all. So we're going to have to disconnect it there and here, get it in the back of the van, and take it to him, and hopefully he can fix it as soon as possible. But guess what? The van's got a puncture. Imagine that. Isn't that just how it goes? So we've got to try and get this sorted out as soon as possible. And the problem is the boys are not going to have a machine. And in certain areas of the yard, the other machine is a 26-tonner. It's far too big. You can't do small jobs with it. And this is perfect for the small jobs. So all fun and games. Flo, take off your hood. You look like a hooligan. Thank you. So we're trying to take the ram off. So Flo's beginning to unbolt it. This will come off. This is actually really heavy. We'll see how heavy it is afterwards. So you try and get this baby back on. Let's go. How can so many things happen in 20 minutes?
So you're on camera with that stain?
Yes, Jules, I am on camera with that stain. But this is Ashville, and we're not running a fashion show here. So yes, Jules, I am on camera. Anything else you'd like to point out about my clothes, Jules?
And with this face.
What's the matter? And with this face.
And with this hat.
And with this what?
With this hat.
With this hat. So the girls in the office would like to know if I'm going on camera with this stain, this face, and this hat. Because that's what we do. We bury the boss when he's short-staffed, because that's helpful, to make fun of your boss. Yeah, good. Some problems have been solved, some are ongoing, but we're looking to resolve everything as quickly as we can. I always do this. I come look at the state of my hands, and I come and put my hands all over my keyboard, and the girls think it's funny to give me the cup with the bunny rabbit ears on it. Like they continuously do it, because it's, like I said, Ashville office is full of comedians. The ram is off and we're ready to send it away, but having a look at it, there's definitely a much bigger problem with this ram. This stick is going to have to be changed. Flo, if you hold this, yeah, we should be able to move. Now, I'm not saying I'm strong, but I'm also not saying I'm weak, and I cannot twist this stick in here. So I think we're going to need a new stick. And if you look closely, you can see on the seals, the ram is pinched on one side of the seal and not pinched on the other side. So that leads me to believe that this ram has been bent. So when it gets up there, the man will tell me everything that's wrong with it. I know we're filming, but I'm not going to try and do the strongman thing and lift the ram myself, although I can lift the ram myself, but you know, what's the point? Sam! Sam! Flo! Ugh. Ah. Just to go to show that everybody makes mistakes. Me rushing, I didn't have to rush. I could have waited for somebody to help me, but I couldn't see anyone. Me rushing, I've put this ram in the back of the Amarok. It's not going to make it leave any quicker. Look what I've done. I've actually scratched the paintwork on the Amarok, and I don't think that this is going to T-cut out. I can't believe I scratched the car like that, man. Oh, brutal. And do you know what? That is the same thing that I would go off the head at someone else for doing. I try my best to be as organised as possible, and we got this man Kevin who fixes these rams. Somebody gave me his contact details, and I normally try to store first name, second name, company, email, as much information as I can get on you, so I can keep a tab on all of you. But I've just put him in as Kevin Ram Man, but thankfully I have his address, so let's copy and paste that address and let's send it to Sam. There's another one going out, just been loaded with Type 1. That's Michael, he's a good lad. He's out going delivering Type 1 onto the M25 there. We're working on a big job. Sam, who's meant to be a salesman, is now on the way to go and drop off the ram, because at Ashville, everyone does everything and everyone gets stuck in. Sam's got a bit of information for us.
Yeah, fantastic. Had an email come through from a customer ready for a quote. Sending through the soil report. It's not a soil report. It's a quote from another company.
Oh, what?
Exactly where I'm going.
What a shame. They sent us the SOAR report for the job, and by accident, they sent us the quote from our competitor. What a shame. We would never dream of using the quote to our advantage from the other company. What a shame. 9:41. I am now jumping back on the computer. Tyres fixed. Tuesday morning. Good morning. Not in the yard this morning. I've come down to Fernhead Road because we're filming a skip video. You see there, we're always filming. Oh, did you?
Yeah, they just discovered it.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Which one did you see? Which one did you see?
Showed like all the fleet.
Oh, yeah, did you see it, yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, really good, really good.
Really good, yeah? But did you subscribe?
I will tonight.
Good man.
Cool.
Appreciate the feedback. Why didn't you film it?
We've got it all, we've got all the audio.
Why didn't you film it, man? I said film it. Like, why didn't you film it?
Yeah.
Film it, man.
But we can't put him on the video unless
Why?
unless we get his permission. But
I would have asked him after.
Yeah.
Tim, film it, man. Oh. Film it, man. Film it. Film them. Are you back at Foxton's? Brother, what, you're not selling these? I haven't had any calls yet of any problems. Checked on the tracker, all the drivers are out. But I've got to get this done and get back to the yard. Today, I'm feeling good. The weather's changed a bit and it enabled me to put on my new Ashville tracksuit. Always love to pull out a bit of new Ashville gear. Ask yourself, is it in stores? Not yet. Be patient. Gonna finish this off, get back to the yard. Right, we've got a lorry getting ready for tests, so we're gonna go and see how we're getting on with the MOT prep. And whoa, hold on. This is just reminding me of something. Mercedes. Mercedes kindly invited me down to the training centre to show me the active brake test, which we tested out with my lovely Golf here. Everyone have a look at that video. But Mercedes haven't given me a date. Mercedes, I am ready, willing and able. Let me know when I can pop down. Wednesday morning, bright and early, I've come down to the videographer's office and I'm using the computer down here for a bit of peace and quiet. Obviously got all the phones with me, really feeling it now as Terry's not in, but I've spoke to Terry and all is well at home with baby Cora. Hopefully in the next few days, Michael will be coming over as well. Michael is my #1 in the build firm, but he's been spending some time with his family in Poland, missing the both of them and really feeling the strain, but what can we do but push on? Yep. Okay, yep, cool. I want to show you something. This is our new security booth, what we are in the process of refurbishing. You know when you tried to do it in one take? We don't want people turning up in the yard whenever they feel like and just walking in. So this is the new security hut. Someone's going to sit here, they're going to have a computer, they're going to have full air conditioning. It's like a ghost town at the moment. All the lorries are out working, everyone's doing their first load. And I'm just going to jump in the machine quickly and have a little scrape up of the yard. Liebherr have contacted me and they have a 150-ton machine in a chalk mine. It's all white and they'd like me to do a review of it. I'm really excited about this. This machine is an animal. If you have a look at our LH60, that's a 60-tonner. This machine is a 150-tonner. Can't wait for that. Not having Terry around, Michael around, actually means I can't actually train, and I try to go gym about 5 times a week. Gym is good for stress and also good for my mindset. It gives me some kind of focus for the day and structure. I normally go after work about 7 o'clock. As they're not here, I try to do whatever I can. I actually put this in place when I injured my back. This is in place for me to stretch and try to ease the compression in my spine. But now I use it for pull-ups because I can't get in the gym. This is what I love, nice and early in the morning. I've come in, David is here already working. He's got a site meeting at 8 o'clock, but he's come in to do some work and then he's gonna fly to the meeting afterwards. This is a good start to Thursday morning. David and I are discussing a project which we are salvaging a basement in. And don't worry, we're doing a video on that as well. I don't normally do this mid-video, but thank you to everyone who's watching. On the subject of watching, we're gonna try to ramp up what we bring you. So at the moment, we're doing 1 video a week, which is hard, but we're looking to get it up to 2 and 3 videos a week. In order to do that, we need more experienced videographers. If you're a videographer and you can use Adobe Premiere, you have to be able to drive and live in the surrounding areas of West London or Heathrow or anywhere near our depot. Hit us up, because we're hiring. Friday morning in the yard. At the moment, everything's going according to plan. All our new Scanias are on full R&M, what is repair and maintenance. But we have 1 lorry in, which is getting ready for test. And Scania have turned around and said that they want all the tyres on the lorry changed for MOT. Now, the lorry was pulled over the other day, and the DVSA said all the tyres were perfectly fine, but for some reason, Scania want all the tyres changed. So what we're doing is, we're loading tyres now into our van, and we're going to Scania, and we're changing it over in the Scania garage. Now, this baby grab that you've seen before, this one is now ready for test. Now, we service all the older lorries ourselves in-house, and this one is ready for MOT. It had a wash last night, so it's parked up here, ready to go, and she's looking good. Now, this is the Ram that we showed you on Monday that we took off to get repaired. As you can see, it's back on the machine, and the machine's back working. So we had to put a new rod, a new eye on it, and we had to change the seals in here. And we actually got it back on Tuesday lunchtime, the day after. We put it straight back on and put the machine back out to work. Having a look in this area, I need to check the cement again. We've got 31,580 tons of cement. This is still slightly wet, so the boys poured this last night. So the last concrete lorry that got back, he had a bit left on the lorry and he poured this. It's still wet, so we can't break it out yet. I'd say around lunchtime, we'll break them out, we'll get them moved, we'll put them in the stockpile over there, we'll close them up again, spray some mold oil in, and when the last lorry gets back, he can fill them. Tim, the videographer, can you hear his footsteps? He manages to be the dirtiest person in the whole yard because he doesn't watch where he steps. So I'm just having a look in some of the bags, what we got here. We've got a couple of bags of type 1. We've got some shingle here. We've got some bags of ballast. I can't see any bags of sand, so I'm gonna call the boys over. We'll have a look and see what we need to make up. Looking at the stock we got in the yard, we've got plenty of topsoil. We have ballast, we have sand, we have 20 mil shingle, and 20 mil shingle. We have 20 mil shingle, and we have 10 mil shingle. We've got plenty of stock in the yard. In the railway yard, we have quite a lot of type 1 because we had a train in last week, but we definitely need another couple of trains in so we could build up some stock. So I like to walk up and down the train line here and have a look to make sure the train track is nice and clean. So even stuff like, I send the boys around here and we pull out all the weeds and stuff like this because we want this to look as nice as possible. We want, you know, I want Network Rail to be happy. I want the train freight operators to be happy. So even rubbish can blow around. We go and pick up, there should be no plastic, no wood, no anything blowing around. This should be all completely clean and it looks very nice at the moment. Very happy with it. Oh, no, wait, hold on. Like this stuff. We don't want this on the railway line. This looks like it just blew in the wind or something. Well, we don't want this. Other than this, the railway line was completely spotless. So we're going to go into the Weighbridge and see how Simon's getting on. Morning. We've got quite a lot on today. So we've probably got, how many lorries we've got coming in to load today? So how many loads we got going out? What, 30 loads? Yeah. We've got about 30 loads going out today. Simon's looking at the work list that's been sent to the driver, so Simon knows who's coming in and when. He's got all the systems up and ready, but what Simon has got on his desk, he's got all the paperwork from yesterday. So the paperwork the driver's handed in, Simon's going through it, making sure there's no mistakes, making sure that they haven't kept any delivery sheets or anything like that. Now, you know I love CCTV, and I've showed you the CCTV in my office, but this is the CCTV in the Weighbridge. So we've got one camera looking inside the lorries the entire time. We've got one camera looking at where you come onto the Weighbridge. We've got one camera where you come off, and Simon can also see the main yard and the diesel bay area. So everything from here, Simon can see what's going on around him without getting out of the chair. I'm not saying that Simon doesn't want to get out of the chair and go for a walk, but he doesn't need to. But Simon, you need to shout out. No way! Is that what the window did? No way! People, see, this is what happens when I get involved. Simon spent all his time doing the paperwork. Now I've opened the window here of the Weighbridge and I've opened the door and a draft has come through and it's made a mess of all Simon's hard work, what he's been doing since 6:30 this morning. He wants to throw me out the Weighbridge. Sorry, Si. I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. Oh, as you can see, our lovely phone box restoration is going according to plan. We've got all the new glass in. We're just waiting for a sign here to say Ashville. This will be ready and put in the yard soon enough. The next thing I'm going to do Tim tripped over there. Meh. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at the level of diesel what we've got in the yard. We are extremely low on diesel, but we have a diesel delivery coming today, so we should be good. Checking the levels of AdBlue, what we've got in the yard. We have one AdBlue which is full and we have one which is empty, but I also like to have a spare one the entire time. So I was in the yard yesterday and I had some bags made up, because when somebody comes in to collect bags, you don't want them faffing around trying to make a bag quickly. So we knocked up 10 bags of type 1 yesterday. So on the deck now we've got 10 bags of type 1, 10 bags of sand, 10 bags of stone and 10 bags of ballast. You need to have them ready all time. Flo, can you load Tyre deep please? Thank you. A lorry's come in, it needs to be loaded. So what the driver's done is he's parked up waiting to be loaded, but he is not actively pushing anyone to load him. You lose 10 minutes on this load, you lose 10 minutes on the next load, you lose 10 minutes on the load after. At the end of the day, you lost an hour. So we need to get him loaded as quickly as possible and get him out the yard. Have you got red and white or just red?
Just white.
Just white?
Yeah.
Okay.
Red as well, did you?
Yeah. No, I don't think we ordered it. It's not you. I don't think we ordered it. What have you got, 20,000?
20,000.
Good man. Thank you. We've got fuel. Let's have a look and see what Vlad's doing. How are we getting on? Let's have a look at this. We love this. Keeps the wheels nice and clean. You might want to wind your window up, Vlad. So it goes over this ramps and this takes off quite a bit of the mud. Okay, now this lorry's been left in the yard because the driver hasn't come to work today. We're yet to find out why, but I'm sure I'll find out soon enough. Now, someone's just called me and said the crane isn't working. The first thing I'm asking him is if the crane is going into PTO. Is it going into PTO mode so you can use it? And he's saying yes. And now the next thing, I said to him, have you checked the valve? Maybe there's a problem with the valve. When you change this valve, you change between tipping and operating the crane. And he's saying, because I can actually hear it, when I turn here, I can hear the hydraulic oil going in a different direction, but he's saying it's not working. So we need to find out why this crane isn't actually working. I'm gonna do the universal method of fixing everything. Turn it off. And then turn it. Well, there's two universal methods. The first one is turn it off and then turn it on, and the second universal method is hit it with a hammer. I don't particularly want to hit my lovely lorry with a hammer. The issue with me spending so much time down here is that I'm not in the office, and I've taken about 3 or 4 phone calls already, and there's stuff that I've got to do and change, and there's people's jobs I've got to change, and none of it is done. I've got nothing. I'm going to check the other side just in case any levers have been disconnected. Brand new grab, and it's not working. Well, not brand new, it's 2 years old, but in the world of lorries, 2 years is brand new. The next thing I'm going to do, always check these on these lorries, I'm going to go around and I'm going to check all the emergency stop buttons. So there are a bunch of emergency stop buttons on them. I've just pulled one out. Ha! And I do believe the crane is working. Crane is working! Huh? What was the problem? The emergency stop. Someone pressed the emergency stop button. Oh, we're blinging, we're blinging. Dimitri, mate, you need to go and get that checked out. You need to go to the hospital. Okay. Okay, well, thanks for letting me know. That's the driver who didn't come to work today. That man has never done that before, ever. So it must be an emergency. That driver's never done that, and he's a good lad. He always works hard. He comes to work every day. He's always on time. So it must be serious, because he's not that sort of person. Basically, that's their job. They sent us to their job to load, and they overloaded us, so they ban us from the tip. You loaded us. Your machine driver loaded us, and we went to your tip. So how can we be barred, but none of your lorries are barred? It doesn't really make any sense, does it? I've just had an email come through about Fernhead Road. Fernhead Road is an Ashville development, which we did. We are selling the units. Well, initially the plan was to sell the units. Just to tell you about property development, we finished the units, we got them out onto the market. Because of COVID, nobody was buying. Had we finished the units in February, there was a bit of a boom and people were buying loads. We finished in April. We finished in April, and the market is very quiet at the moment. You watch the news, occasionally I watch the news, and they say, yeah, booming, everything's booming. From where I'm sitting and where everybody in this industry is sitting, we can't see the market booming. We push on, but we can't see sales booming. However, we have 3 units. The middle unit is under offer and we have a valuation next week. But the other 2 units, we've had a lot of interest. Someone has had 5 viewings. So the way it looks at the moment, the top floor and the bottom floor flats, we're gonna rent them out for probably a 2-year term till we recover from the pandemic, and then we'll probably sell them at that point or maybe take a view. So property developing isn't that straightforward. Prepare a good flat for somebody and you think it's going to sell straight away, it might not work out like that. Come on, quick, before he gets out.
Yeah.
Daniel, how we doing?
The Liebherr rep is here, trying to sell me something again. While you're here, mate,
Yeah.
this 150-ton machine, when am I going to have a go?
As soon as we can get you on it.
This is the man from Liebherr, and they're going to get me on that 150-ton machine.
How's
You
that
turn up
sound?
at the right time. Love it.
Yeah, thought you'd be all over that.
You all right?
Yeah, good mate, you?
Got any hats for Noel?
No, I'm in a fire car, so
No!
there's nothing in there, mate.
No, you can't film Noel. He go off the head. You can't film Noel.
Can't he?
No, he goes off the head.
How does he?
He go off the head. He smashed the camera. I could have 50,000 ton in the yard. That's what I was afraid of. The phone's gone mad. I'm in the top container. Now, in the top container, this is where we keep all our building stuff. So when we finish on site, the tools that are not going to another site, we bring them in here. All the materials from site that we don't use, we also bring them in here, so we don't waste anything. If it's not used at your job, we store it here and then we take it to another job afterwards. So I've had a call from site and they've asked me if something's here. So I'm just having a look. The sander is here. The Makita sander is here. So I'm gonna have to take this out and bring this downstairs so we don't throw anything away. If you have a look here, this is the sign from the Ashville office when we used to have an office in Kings Road, Chelsea. This is the sign from outside, number 541A Kings Road. It's still here, we're not gonna get rid of that. If we ever have another shop front, I'll just peel this sticker off and put the new address on. Look, we even keep everyone else's signs. There we go. Lewandowski Architects, we do a lot of work with them. Okay, mate. Thanks, mate. Film. Yo! Yanni's calling me from the plane. I'm actually stood in a container in a rainy yard and you're on a private jet going to Italy.
That's correct, yep. I'm flying to Italy.
I made the wrong choices in life.
You definitely did make the wrong choices. I was just fortunate to have different friends.
Jan, I have a question. That lovely new Porsche of yours. Do you remember the last time you bought a brand new Porsche? You popped down to the yard and did a couple of donuts. I was wondering if you want to pop down in the new one.
Yeah. No, I don't. I ruined that last one and I'm not doing to this one. Plus it's electric and yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I brought the Porsche there, I brought the Aventador there, but I'm not doing no donuts in the Taycan. No, thank you.
I've got another question for you. Your house,
Go on.
seeing as I'm standing in the container, your house,
Yes.
Are we definitely going all out now?
Yeah.
Or are we just doing a few bits and pieces? Because this man can't make up his mind
All
what's
out.
going in his house. So we're going all out, 100%. You heard it here first. Yanni's
All out
house,
initially.
we're going all out, and he's agreed. I have it on record.
Initially I wasn't going to do it all straight away, but there's no point coming in doing half the house and then having to move back out. Let's just do it and I'll move in 6 months' time.
Maybe 7, or 8, or 9.
You've heard it here first, 6 months' time.
No. I hope you, Wifey-mize, and Baby-mize, and Gussie are okay.
Gus is cool, but literally, to be fair, you interrupted us while Gus was eating his scrambled eggs and his hash browns. Very rude.
Oh, did I? I'm sorry for causing these
And
first
his
world
fruit
problems.
as well.
Oh, great. All right, well, I'm just going to get back to what I'm doing, knee-deep in dirt. See you later. Yanni is buying or has bought himself a brand new house. And every day Yanni calls me, Dan, right, this is how it started. Dan, I'm going to do the bathroom and the master bedroom. All right, cool, Yan. No, Dan, I'm going to do all the bathrooms on the top floor. Dan, I'm going to do all the bathrooms and all the bedrooms on the top floor. Dan, we want to move in there as soon as possible. Now we're going to do the whole house. No, we're just going to do the top floor. We want to move in. Yanni's new house is going to be a full refurbishment, extension and makeover. On the subject of property, we've just finished a house round the back of Harley Street. Can't tell you the exact address. It's a lovely Muse house. Now, we originally did this house 10 years ago. So it's basement, conversion, full refurbishment 10 years ago. And after 10 years, the client, because we're on good terms with all our clients, the client has decided to do another complete refurb. So we're going to do a showcase on that very soon. So look out for it. Just had a message from my management. They've told me to get upstairs and look at the computer. Let's go. Apparently, I'm on the website and get this. I have branding deals coming up. 2 weeks ago, I didn't know what a branding deal was. Now I have a couple coming up in the next few weeks. Right, let's have a look. So incredible TV, come on. Yes, yes. There I am. That is me, if I'm not mistaken, with my other label mates. I'm actually feeling like you know, PDD in the family, like maybe I'll do a track and they'll feature. I can't wait to teach all these people how to use diggers and control lorries. Hello, Jan. It's Charlie Sloth as well, Sideman. Very happy with that. We were meant to put this out last week, but we didn't have enough time, so we basically shot this over 2 weeks. It's one of the reasons why we need another videographer at Ashville. Since the success of Day in a Life, click here to watch this video, we wanted to give you a real insight into what it's like at Ashville on a daily basis. Hence this video. Now you let us know what you think we should call it. Now I've been told it's sort of like a vlog, but don't worry, I'm not going to call it the Ashville vlog. And I'm definitely not going to call it This Week at Ashville. So let us know in the comments what you think we should call it and what you would like to see on a weekly basis. Click here for the Ashville website. Click here to subscribe to our channel. Click here to see a day in the life, which is almost at 1 million views, and click here to see a tour of the fleet, which is at 500,000 views in just 2 weeks. That's the that's the compressor. Noel's taking off the wheels. I'm not exactly going to go and ask Noel to tone it down, am I?